Yeah. Hi, hello everyone. This is Shanmugaraj. Welcome back to my channel. One of the aims of this channel is to build a global knowledge sharing platform in the domains of leadership, agile, and project management. You can join me and help me with that either by subscribing to this channel or sharing my videos to our friends. Right? So, having said that, let us get into today's topic. Currently, we're discussing some of the leadership ideas from MIT Sloan School of Management. Today's topic is how generative AI can boost highly skilled workers' productivity. This article published in a couple of days back in MIT. A new study on the impact of generative AI on highly skilled workers finds that when artificial intelligence is used within the boundary of its capacities or capabilities, it can improve a worker's performance by as much as 40% compared with the workers who don't use it. But when AI is used outside that boundary to complete a task, worker performance drops by an average of 19 percentage points. The findings have implications not only for worker productivity but for organizations looking to successfully navigate what the researchers have termed the jagged technological frontier of AI, specifically generative pre-trained transformers, which produce text after being given prompts. Understanding the upper limits of AI's abilities is imperative, particularly as those abilities continue to expand. It's important for managers to maintain awareness of this jagged frontier because the researchers found that it was not obvious to highly skilled knowledge workers which of their everyday tasks could easily be performed by AI and which task would require a different approach. A multidisciplinary team of researchers authored the paper, including Karim and Edward from Harvard Business School, Ethon from Wharton School, Hila from Warwick Business Schools, and Kat Clark from MIT. We are going to look at this study along with some suggestions from the researchers where organization can take when introducing generative AI to a highly skilled workspace. For better results, use cognitive effort and experts' judgment. The study was conducted in collaboration with Boston Consulting Group and involved more than 700 consultants who were assigned a skill assessment task and an experimental task. The participants were sorted into two groups. One group was given a task designed to fall within GPT-4's capabilities of producing human-like outputs, while other group received a task designed so that GPT-4 would make an error when conducting the analysis, ensuring the work fell just outside the frontier. Within those two groups, study participants were sorted into three conditions: no access to AI, access to GPT-4 AI, and access to GPT-4 AI with an overview of how to use GPT. The Inside Frontier group was asked to imagine that they work for a shoe company and that their manager asked them to come up with a new product and present it at a meeting. Participants in this group were all instructed to complete several other actions, including coming up with a list of steps from pitch to launch, creating a marketing slogan, and writing a 2,500 word article describing the end to end process for developing the shoe and the lessons learned. AI had a positive effect on that group of participants. The GPT only participants saw 30% increase in their performance compared with the control condition, which who has no access to AI. while the performance of those who were provided with both GPT and an overview saw 42.5% increase in performance compared with the control condition. Interestingly, the researchers observed a bigger jump in performance scores for the participants in the lower half of assessed skills who used GPT-4 compared with those in the top half of assessed skills at 43% and 17% respectively when they were compared with their baseline scores. The outside the frontier group was asked to imagine that they work for a company with three brands. They were tasked with the writing of a 500 to 750 word memo to their CEO explaining which of the brands the CEO should invest in to drive the revenue, and with suggesting innovative actions the CEO could take to improve the selected brand. The memo needed to include the rationale for the recommendation, and group participants were provided with interview comments and financial data from which they could draw. Additionally, the participants were graded on the correctness of their recommendation, their reasoning or justification by human evaluators. AI had a negative effect on the participants in this group. The GPT-only condition saw a decrease in the performance of 13 percentage points compared with control condition, while participants who had been provided with GPT and an overview showed a decrease of 24% points compared with the control condition. The outside the frontier group, the researchers observed a performance decrease because people would kind of switch off their brains and follow what AI recommends, which was more likely to be incorrect. However, even when an incorrect recommendation was made under one of the AI conditions, the quality of participants' recommendation justification improved. So, based on the research, what we need to focus? We need to focus on interface design, onboarding, role reconfiguration, and a culture of accountability. According to the researchers, there are several things organizations and managers should consider as they integrate AI into their employee workflows. While it's tempting to use AI for knowledge work because it's fast, can boost rabbit idea generation, and produces persuasive text, managers and professionals need to be cautious when using it for important tasks because some AI generated answers will look credible even when they are incorrect. That suggests there is a role for internal or wrapper developers to help the design the interface in a way that it makes less likely that people fall into some of these traps. Developers can also help with figuring out where AI can be inserted into workflows and how to design technology for doing that. Researchers also recommended that organizations have an onboarding phase so workers can get a sense of how and where the AI works well and where it does not, and receive performance feedback. Relatedly, some people are very good at upskilling themselves, and those workers can be helpful as peer trainers, but they should be rewarded and recognized for their work. Managers will also need to reconfigure roles. To use generative AI well, it is important to investigate the specific tasks along the work process. Some may be within the jagged frontiers and others are outside. Kellogg said that leaders can encourage role reconfiguration by having people from different positions experiment together to find the most productive structure. Leaders should also encourage a culture of accountability in talking with steady participants. Kellogg said one suggestion was that we need to teach people to be able to explain what they did without using the term generative AI. Managers and workers need to be collectively develop new expectations and work practices to ensure that any work done in collaboration with generative AI meets value, goals, and standards of their key stakeholders. This will come to the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys got a fair understanding on the research of MIT and other well-renowned management schools along with Boston Consultant Group. They talked about inside the frontier and outside the frontier arena and how ChatGPT kind of generative AI helps the highly skilled workers to be using it very effectively. GPTs researchers given some suggestions like you can use internal developers to do the interface design like wrapper developers. You can managers can reconfigure the roles. You can use peer training. You can use the culture of accountability so that you can have the best use of generative AI in your workflow, right? So I hope you guys are liking these kind of videos that helps you to become a better leader, and you can use digital things in your organization in a better way. All right. So with that, I'm signing off. See you in next video.